So yeah, currently I am working as a commercial manager, and I'm also a partner in the Arab Content Surveying Academy, helping professionals to obtain their professional qualifications and chartered membership like the RICS and CIOB. As I said, this session is related to the new course launched by the Arab Content Surveying Academy, which is the CIOB membership through professional review industry route. This is the link for the course on the academy. You can directly access the web page. It is live. You can see what is this course about, the people interested in this course, and a brief about the program format. Also, there is the introductory video. This is the one I told you about, the Arabic session we held yesterday. Also, today, inshallah, when we finish this session in English, it will be added also here. And here the registration details, you can find it also here on the website. And currently we have the academy is offering early bird discount of 50% with limited duration. So if you want to join, you are advised to join now. You can get 50% discount using this code MCIOB50. During the checkout, you can put this code and obtain the 50% discount on the full course. So this is the chapter one. It will be the chapter one of the course, and also the introduction to the CIOB and the professional review process for those people who are not aware of the CIOB and the professional review process. So first, what is the CIOB? The CIOB stands for Chartered Institute of Building. It is an institute in the UK that is mainly dedicated to help professionals working in the built environment. Focuses also on the construction management and leadership. So it is mainly focusing on the execution phase, the site, the contracting, and the construction management. It also, as any professional body, it promotes the science, ethics, and the built environment worldwide. Okay, it was established back in 1834. Also, this link, you can go directly to the CIOB website. You can learn more about their details, when they were established, their royal charter, their history, their governance also, and their values. But also, we will discuss these in the um in this session. What does the CIOB do? This is mainly their mission and vision, which are published already on their website. Just to review here, their vision is to improve the quality of life for the users and creators of our built environment. And their mission is to drive up professional standards, push forward innovation, influence political decisions, and strengthen talent across the CIOB global community. Mainly, as any other professional body, it focuses on elevating the professional members through social and educational event, also through publishing professional standards and enforcing these standards to promote the profession and the built environment as a whole. What does the CIOB do? As we said, they have core values that they are focusing on, including first professionalism, integrity, excellence, and respect. Also, the CIOB were granted the Royal Charter in 1980, and globally it is known when an organization obtains the Royal Charter, it means it will be recognized worldwide as governed by the government. The Royal Charter means that this organization is in a way governed by the government in the UK, which also adds more credibility and reputation to the organization. So also in this link, you will find more about the CIOB, what they are doing, and more about the Royal Charter. So who is it for? Who should be interested in obtaining the CIOB membership? As we said, mainly the CIOB focuses on the built environment, the buildings, site leadership, and execution. So anyone who is involved in the execution stage, like site managers, construction managers, project managers, or any technical leader in contracting, which includes project engineers, section engineers, contracts manager, quantity surveyors, commercial managers, even quality engineers, and also safety engineers. They can who are working in the execution in the site, they can be interested in obtaining the CIOB membership, because it is, as you will see later on in the competencies they are focusing on, they are not focusing on the technical capabilities. Instead, they are focusing on the leadership, on the management skills, including planning, sustainability, health and safety, etc. So anyone in leadership position working in contracting company or in site will be interested to obtain the CIOB membership. The benefits, what will be the benefits if you when you obtain CIOB membership? First, you will join around 50,000 members in more than 100 countries. Currently, it is recorded that there are active 50,000 members in the CIOB and in more than 100 countries. This will show you how globally recognized the CIOB is. Also, you will be able to add the designation MCIOB after your name. So, of course, you will be instantly recognized globally. Also, chartered membership is comparable to a bachelor's degree and is internationally recognized. Now, here I would like to focus on this one, because this is not just, let's say, a statement, but this sentence here actually means something in many organizations or professional bodies. If you don't hold a bachelor's degree that is related to the field, but instead you hold a membership of the CIOB, it can replace your academic qualification. So the CIOB, the membership of the CIOB, is a way also to recognize your academic qualifications related to the field. So it actually can replace your academic qualification in some fields, and we will see that in a while. Also, one of the benefits is the CPD events and networking events. They hold many CPD seminars, webinars, workshops, online and in person. Also, they hold many networking events around the globe. Also, employers view the CIOB qualification as a major advantage. As we said, the CIOB membership is worldwide recognized as to improve the credibility of the candidate. So everyone knows what does a CIOB member can offer and can add to the company, and therefore this improves the employability and promotion prospects. Also, one important benefit is that the CIOB is considered one of the most accessible routes to chartership compared to other professional bodies. the membership we are talking about here through the professional review process, it does not include any examination, interviews, case studies, technical papers. It does not include any of these. You just have to fill your professional review submission with some examples about your own work, about some cases happened with you during your work in site, and mainly that's it. If the assessors are satisfied with your writing, with the examples you provided, you will be directly approved as a chartered member of the CIOB. So it can be considered, compared to other professional bodies, one of the easiest way to obtain chartership. And then the next one, when you obtain your CIOB membership, you can gain direct entry or accelerated route for many other professional bodies. And for example, myself, I obtained the associate RICS through direct entry when I obtained my CIOB membership back in 2020. I submitted for direct entry and obtained the associate RICS immediately, a couple of months later. So also, you can check further for any other professional bodies. Also, yes, I obtained the membership of Quantity Surveyors International through direct entry using my CIOB membership. You can check also the other bodies like the PMI, APM. Also, as we said, this membership might be also interesting for people specialized in quality or safety. As you can see, the institution of occupational safety and health also recognizes the CIOB membership through accelerated route. So the good thing here is that obtaining CIOB membership can also bring with it many other uh, memberships with minimum effort. If you want to learn more also about the membership benefits, you can also visit the website, the CIOB website. Also, they provide more details about the benefits you can obtain through getting membership. Now, as any other professional body, the CIOB has many different grades they can offer to people based on their qualifications and years of experience. The first grade is for students, which is non-charter membership, but they offer it free of charge for students um, to help them to be more engaged um, in the CIOB while getting their academic qualification. They also offer support through CPD resources and online library. They also provide a grade of technical membership, which is also non-charter, but is offered to people who don't have the necessary grade of academic qualification, mainly for people who have the technical skills, but they have only a technical certificate or diploma qualification, so they cannot go directly for the full chartership. They can submit for technical membership. And they have the chartered member grade, which is the one we are talking about, the MCIOB. This one includes the full benefits of the membership, including voting rights, access to free events, social events, CIOB Academy, and also access subscription to the Construction Manager magazine and library information service. Now, as all other professional bodies, there are many routes to obtain each grade. So similarly, for the chartered membership, there are many pathways or routes you can obtain your membership. However, we will brief you about all of these routes here, but mainly our course will focus on this one here in bold, which is the experienced professional, which means you should hold a qualification related to the built environment and uh, 3 or 5 years of experience, and then you can go to the professional review process through industry pathway. Now, there are many other ways to obtain your chartership. For example, for graduates who have the academic qualification, but they don't have the minimum years of experience, they can engage in professional development program or or knowledge graduate conversion. These are two routes they offer to the graduate members to obtain their full chartership. Also, they offer a way for educators, for people who don't have the practical experience, but instead they are working in the academic sector. They can also obtain their chartered membership through the chartered membership program or the professional review for educators. The last and the highest grade, which is the fellow member, fellow CIOB. Of course, this one is granted for people who have the extensive experience and influence over the built environment in a way to recognize um, their impact on the profession. Also, it is offered through the experienced professional route or the educator route. Now, the CIOB published handouts or documents to explain each pathway, the requirements, and um, some more details about it. So let's go through these documents. First, the pathway explainer handout. So yeah, here they published like a chart that shows the the multiple routes or pathways to obtain your chartered membership or even student membership or technical membership based on your actual situation. You can ask yourself some questions, and based on your answers, you can go through the tree to decide which route is the most suitable for you. Of course, this is for your information. In the end, it is through the application process, you submit your documents, and based on that, the CIOB will advise what is the best route for you. But mainly, these are this is the criteria for choosing the most suitable pathway. And what we are talking about here is this section here in the middle. This is what we will be focusing on in our course, that when you have a experienced I am an experienced professional, 3 years of experience and either a built environment qualification, or I hold an approved professional body membership, or if I have 5 years of experience and either a non-built environment qualification, or I hold an approved professional body membership. If you have these criteria, you can submit for the qualified and experienced practitioner through the professional review. Also, there is another document. As you can see here, we said if you have also, they accept approved professional body membership. You remember we said a while ago, if you don't have the necessary academic qualification at the grade required by this professional body, but instead you have a membership in another professional body, it can be recognized as a replacement or as equivalent to your academic qualification. So in the CIO, they published a list of approved professional body membership that can replace your academic qualification requirement. And here are the professional body that are approved. For example, if you have the the membership of the RICS, chartered membership MRICS, um, you can submit, you can be eligible for the professional review, even if your academic qualification does not meet the minimum requirements. Same applies for the Institution of Civil Engineers, Royal Institution of British Architects. There are many professional bodies where your qualification can qualify you instead of your academic qualification. Yeah, for example, the Chartered Institute of Arbitrators as well. This document also is published on the CIOB website. Okay, so as we said, we are focusing here for the industry pathway process for the professional review in this course. So mainly the submission or your journey to obtain your chartership is straightforward. First, you have to submit on the website as an applicant or non-chartered CIOB member for you to submit your documents for the CIOB to guide you for the most suitable pathway for yourself. Then you start working on your professional review submission. And once it is ready, you can directly submit it through email. You will then get your answer within 2 to 4 months. You will receive your response, and hopefully, when you pass, you will be able to choose your designation as chartered construction manager or chartered builder. These are just you're choosing for what you will be called. In all cases, you will be MCIOB, but also what title you'd like to choose, whether chartered construction manager or chartered builder. And then you can celebrate your achievement, which the CIOB holds throughout the year. They hold many social events to celebrate the newly admitted members. I myself witnessed one, I believe, last year in Riyadh. They celebrated new joiners, and it was really very nice event. So, okay, now the process overview to obtain your chartership through the professional review. First, you have to register on the CIOB website as applicant. Anyone, regardless of their qualifications or their route, they have to submit as applicant. This is the first step where you will put your information, documents, and after that, you will be advised which pathway you will be following. Then, when you are confirmed as industry pathway through professional review, you can start working on your professional review submission. We will see it in a while. Then, once it is ready, you can submit it via email to the CIOB. Then they will have a review period of 2 to 4 months, but mainly, to be honest, it is less than that. I remember when I submitted, it took I believe 1 month to 1.5 months. I got my response. The response will be either pass, interview, or defer. Mainly, it will be either pass or defer. In some rare cases, the assessors will not be sure if your submission meets the criteria or not. So they might ask for an interview to verify their decision. So the good thing here is that there is no specific time frame for submission. You can submit your professional review anytime during the year. So this is very good for candidates because you can submit whenever you are ready. You don't have to wait for a submission window. Also, this helps the assessors that they will not get all these submissions in specific period, and then they will be overloaded and delay the review. In this way, the submissions will be distributed throughout the year, so they will have less load on reviewing and responding to submissions. Also, the CIOB published a professional review quick guide. You can navigate through it. It shows the guide towards submitting your professional review. It describes what is the professional review process. The pathway explanation, as we said earlier, there are many pathways, so based on qualifications and experience. And then the process when you download your professional review application, we will see it. You will see it in a while. Then you will complete it, submit it, and uh, once you pay the fees, your submission will be reviewed, and you will receive the response between 8 to 12 weeks. Also, it shows here the competencies, summary of the competencies you need in your professional review application. Let's better see it in the application itself. So this is the professional review application. You need to fill some details about yourself, the summary of your career, your current job description, and your membership number. As we said, the first step is you have to submit as applicant, then you will obtain your membership number. You will need it to submit your professional review application. And then you need to fill some details about your current employment, who is your direct line manager, who are your subordinates. Also, you need to fill some the project list, the projects you worked on and referred to in your submission. And then these are some declarations for for to ensure the authentication of your submission, that it is your own work and there is no cheating involved. And then you will start filling your examples. The main submission includes examples, actual examples from your experience in these competencies. They divided the competencies in three categories: the occupational competencies, the management competencies, and the professionalism, commitment to professionalism competencies. For each section, there are some competencies that you need to fill on. You don't have any limitation on the word count. However, you have to fill this space. This is a PDF format. You have to fill this space with examples. However, your examples need to be a little bit detailed. It's not like you are just listing your work. You have to write the example um, in a criteria that is approved by the CIOB. Of course, we will see it during our course, and we will see some good examples, bad examples. What are the assessors are looking for? How you should write your example. So, in the ideal way to write your example, this space here should be enough to 2 to 3 examples maximum. So you need to consider carefully when you fill your application. And of course, this is one of the main things we will be focusing on in uh, our course. We will discuss these competencies one by one in detail. We will provide some examples on how to write. Of course, we will also review your writing with yourself, because you need to obtain your um, you need to obtain not a counselor, like a chartered member, to review and sign off your submission. So of course, also we will take care of this part to ensure that your submission um, is passing without any doubts. So going back to the slides. So the expected fees now, what fees you are expected to pay through your journey to obtain your full membership. First, when you submit as applicant, you have to pay admission fees. These are £122, equal to 164 US dollars. This is one-time payment for all pathways. No matter what you are submitting, you have to pay this amount to obtain the applicant membership. After that, you will start paying the annual fees, which is $465 per year. Now, here I would like to highlight something. Now, for example, if you are not sure that you are going to submit your professional review submission in this year, so maybe you should wait for submitting as applicant until the next year, because once you submit as applicant, you will have to start paying your annual fees, even if you don't achieve the chartered membership. You will have to pay your annual fees, plus if you complete 1 year as applicant, you will have to include a CPD record for 1 year in your submission. So you need to consider carefully. For example, if you are planning to submit in early 2027, there is no need um, to submit as applicant this year. You can start working offline on your submission, on your examples, and then when you are 100% ready, you can start the official submission process. So after that, when your submission is ready, you can submit it via email for review. Then at this stage, you will have to pay one-time payment of $500. All of these rates are 2026. These are revised on yearly basis, but current year, these are the fees. You have to pay one-time payment of $500 for the assessment. This is one-time payment. And of course, when you obtain your full membership as MCIOB, you will have to continue paying annual fees of $465. So as you can see here, you are paying the annual fees even if you are applicant, and also when you are um, full chartered member. So what about the expected duration? Many people ask, what is the necessary or what is the minimum duration I can obtain the CIOB? Now here, as we said, the good thing about the CIOB, you don't have time frames for submission. You don't have windows for application. You can submit anytime through the year. So for the applicant stage, you can submit anytime, but consider carefully, as we said, if you are not planning to get the full membership during this year, maybe you need to consider applying the next year to avoid paying the annual fees without the full chartership, and also to avoid the necessity to provide a CPD record of 1 year. Then for the professional review submission preparation, now the typical period here is 8 to 16 weeks, 2 to 4 months, but I believe based on your dedication, your free time, how much time you are willing to put on this, I believe it is very easy with the help of our course to finish this even within the minimum duration, which is 8 weeks. And then we have the review period by the CIOB, which is 8 to 12 weeks, but in most cases it is less than 8 weeks. And in summary, in general, if you have the necessary time and dedication, you can achieve your full membership within 3 months. Now, the detailed process. Also, the CIOB publishes documents for the detailed professional review process. These documents are shown here and also available on the CIOB website. This is a 24-page document showing the full details for the professional review submission. What are the steps of application, the assessment process, some tips on items that you need to do, or tricks you need to do, and things that you shouldn't do in your application, because these will let's say will weaken your submission. Of course, we will go through all of these in our course, and we will show you what uh, how to write in the CAR format, which is CARL format: circumstance, action, result, and learning. This is mainly the format of writing the CIOB assessors will be looking for. We will provide many examples for each competency to show how the CARL writing is and what items you need to avoid. Also, It shows what sections of the application you need to fill, your current employment section, the project list, 1 year forward plan, as we saw in the application. Also, in the end, there is one section for 1 year forward plan. Yes, what is your plan for the next year? Let's say, what things you need to focus on, to consider to improve yourself, or what CPD events you are planning to undertake during the following year. Okay, and also then the examples for the three sections of competencies: occupational, management, and commitment to professionalism. And here in this handout, they provide one example uh, for each competency. Um, Yeah, and also they show what are the assessors looking for and how they evaluate your writing, which of course also will be discussed in detail in our course. Of course, if you need any further support, they have some links and emails. They also provide some tools to track uh, your progress, all of which also will be implemented in our course. Then the application form, we saw it. And they also provide one document, one page document, which is a quick guide. Sorry. Yeah, instructions to complete your submission. This is one page showing like a last minute checklist for your submission. As we can see, this is the submission status. When you prepare and finalize your professional review report, you just have to simply submit it to this email, and within a week you will receive a link to pay the professional review fees, $500, and after that, within 8 to 12 weeks, hopefully, inshallah, you will receive your approval, and congratulations as MCIOB. So this is the last slide. This is, I believe I covered everything related, and of course there will be, inshallah, many details, one by one, step by step, for each competency in our course. However,